Good day, folks. It feels like forever since I made a video, and I could make a bunch of excuses for this on why I didn't make a video, but the truth is I really only make videos to help other people awaken, help them meditate, help them to access presence. And if I'm not doing that myself, I feel like I can't really help other people do that either. So for the past 2 years almost, I haven't really been focused on awakening, on meditation, on being present, and therefore I haven't really been making any videos on it. And my main source of inspiration, you could say, for making videos for this channel specifically is my experiences with meditation, with presence, and awakening. And I want to take as many people with me as I can to that state because it feels so good. And I have been reminded of that lately because I've kind of gotten back into the meditation and focusing more on being present, listening to the Toli stuff again, practicing the Toli stuff. So I feel like now that I'm back on that path, I suddenly have the urge to make videos again for this channel. So you could say I'm back. So yeah, it's kind of hard to help other people awaken or share your experiences if you don't really have anything to say. And so that's why I haven't been doing that for almost, it feels like forever. But I think it was almost 2 years of me just not really focusing on that at all, not making it a priority in my life. And back when it was a priority in my life, I felt the urge to make videos. So that's coming up again. It feels like I kind of just went back to where I left. Even my goals have changed to what my goals used to be. It's very strange how that works. But anyway, welcome back. It's good to be back. And in this video, I just wanted to talk about how you can stay aware all day. I know most of us aren't there yet. No one is to the point where they can become present all day long without getting caught into some emotional or mental pattern here and there, right? Most of us go unconscious during those points. Essentially, I want to show you some pointers that'll help you become more present throughout the day as often as you can remember. So my first little pointer is to bring awareness to your breath. Now, deep breathing and slowing down your breathing is a great form of meditation, but what we really want to do is start bringing that into our everyday life and experience that same awareness as we go about our day. So what you can do is essentially make it a practice, make it something you kind of commit yourself to be aware of one breath as often as you can throughout the day. So maybe you're really busy, you're doing homework or you're at work, whatever it may be, and you got this kind of energy where you're like this, you're all in your head and you're busy, your monkey mind, you're like, oh, I gotta do this. Maybe you're a bit over caffeinated like I would be, you're just all over the place. So what you can do is as soon as you remember, you just take a second, take one breath and focus on that breath. Feel it go in and out. And then notice there's a little gap of stillness there and your state of consciousness changes slightly. There's suddenly space around what you're doing and you can do it with more attention, more focus without having the monkey mind take over your life and make everything hectic and stressful as if you were, it was the end of the world. Bring awareness to one breath as often as you can throughout the day. Make it into a day-long meditation, if you will. You don't have to obsess over this. Just every time you remember, just bring your attention back to your breath and notice what happens. You'll feel much more relaxed, but you'll also just have more space around you, around your life, around your mind. Things will kind of just seem nice. Nice and chill. So my second pointer is to listen to your environment. And this is something that kind of happens naturally after you take that breath. You go, and suddenly your mind quiets down. That monkey mind that just keeps going throughout the day, it quiets down and suddenly you can hear your environment. And sometimes you could just access this directly. Start listening to the sounds around you, wherever you may be. The sounds might not be the most pleasant thing, like a bird chirping or a waterfall or whatever it may be, but bring your attention to what is in your environment, and this will make you present. This will help you stay aware. And again, listening to the sounds will help you notice the stillness underneath the sounds, which creates more space to be, more space to become aware. And you'll notice when you do these practices often enough, you'll feel lighter. You'll feel like a kid again. you'll just start to feel lighter, and you feel like everything's fresh and new, and it's like, wow, life is so amazing when you wake up and you stop seeing life through a filter, through a screen of thoughts and beliefs and emotions and mental patterns that just block you from seeing what's really here, what you really have, who you really are. And it's beautiful when you start to live in that way. And so this brings us to the third pointer, which is to feel the inner body as often as you can. Now, the inner body is essentially the aliveness in your body. I can feel it right now as I'm speaking to you. The aliveness in your body. It's almost like if you've ever gone skiing or snowboarding, or if you've done anything that's ever given you an adrenaline rush. You feel alive. You're like, wow, right? You kind of wake up and you're like, whoa, this is amazing. This is beautiful. And what causes that? Well, when you're doing something you really enjoy and you get that adrenaline rush, your mind is satisfied and it calms down. It says, I like this. And it's like, it'll be quiet for a second because it's finally satisfied. And then what's left over, that inner body sensation, that feeling of aliveness comes through, and it is powerful. It can make you, it just brings you alive. You feel like a new person. You feel like a kid again. And this is really what most spiritual teachings are about. Like, you really are returning to that childlike curiosity and that childlike feeling of aliveness and imagination. And so when you become aware of the inner body, whether it just be in your hand, your feet, your head, just become aware of the aliveness in that body part and focus on it for a few seconds. And then you'll notice when you remind yourself often to feel the inner body, to be in the body instead of being in the mind, letting the mind control your entire life, control your entire day. Be in the body. See what happens. Your frequency, your energy levels will change. You'll feel lighter. You'll have more clarity. And the way you relate to people will be deeper because you're coming from a deeper place. And people will start to feel that. They'll feel that energy emanating from you because when you feel it, they feel it too. They'll notice it. And things will just kind of work out in this nice state of flow. So just put it to the test. Try it out. Bring your attention back to the inner energy field of your body as often as you can throughout the day. Start your day feeling the inner body before you even get out of bed. Just sit up and breathe. Let the breath guide you into the body, because that's a great way to actually get into the inner body if you can't feel it, because a lot of people can't feel it. It's very subtle. But as you become more and more aware of it, as you become more intensely focused on it, it becomes very alive. It's no longer subtle. It can almost permeate everything in your consciousness. Is so powerful. It's such a strong feeling, and you can become aware of that feeling throughout the day, and suddenly the deeper you go into it, the more blissful you feel. It's an actual feeling of bliss because you finally feel at home within your body, at home within yourself. You know who you are. And the inner body is essentially chi energy, and this chi energy is like the midway point between the manifested world and the unmanifested world, or the physical world and the spiritual world. And the chi is what the inner body is. You feel that and you're suddenly connected to the unmanifested and the physical world. And then you bring those together and suddenly it feels like you know who you are in a deeper sense, but you can also interact with this physical world in a more creative way. And so all that being said, I want to give you one last pointer, and that is meditation. Start your mornings with a short meditation, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it may be, and try to bring that feeling into your everyday life. You know, maybe it's an inner body meditation, maybe it's a breathing meditation, but try to keep that awareness as you go throughout your day. See what happens. Try it out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to comment down below which one of these methods you will try and which ones you have tried, and hopefully you're subscribed by now. If not, then hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Feels good to be back. Take care.